All right. Guys, sit down because you are not ready for this. You're gonna hear word for word what Cassie said on the stand. No spin, no interpretations, just straight facts. What was she asked? What did she say? What did the male dancer say? Then, I'm gonna give you my take. And then, we're going to hear how the defense plans to eat Cassie alive. There is even a point where she tried to kill someone. Anyway, let's get started. Judge Subramanian. Let's try to get through these issues efficiently as we have the jurors waiting. We have a letter from a juror that we will make Court Exhibit 1. On the videos, when will they be offered into evidence? AUSA Johnson, this afternoon. Judge Subramanian, this is about evidence that is coming into the case. The public has a right to know what is happening at trial. I don't see how we would navigate that concern. There's a potential impact on the jurors of signaling some evidence requires sealing. AUSA Johnson, we just wouldn't show the videos to the courtroom gallery, and the jurors and everyone in the well would wear headphones. These materials are sexually explicit or involve nudity. One has submitted a letter. Combs is Agnifilo. This is adult pornography, that's what this is. So it's narrowly tailored. Our application is only that the visual images and the audio is within the ambit of the sealing order. We could ask questions tastefully. What would the New York Times or Wall Street Journal do with this? Sometimes things get unsealed and published. Judge, on the 2 incidents with Ms. Ventura, when we discussed this last week. Defense, the assault in Connecticut, messages between Ms. Ventura and Mr. Combs, it's relevant. Judge, let's see if there's any issue. AUSA Johnson, it should be excluded. Combs, Tenny Garagos. He suspected she was cheating on him. She did not answer her phone. She got into a bar fight and tried to kill someone, so it's relevant to his suspicions and her substance abuse outside of their sexual relationship. She was taking drugs while close with her family in another state. Judge, I overrule the government's objection. This can be asked about. Now, prior consistent statements. We're talking about a sequencing issue. Are they on direct or in rebuttal? AUSA Johnson, in their opening, they said Ms. Ventura made her own choices. They asked, who really had control in this relationship? Clearly begging the answer that it was Ms. Ventura. Exhibit B315, the threat to release the sex tape. They said only she had it. Combs, Alexandra Shapiro. We submit that these are hearsay until redirect. Judge, if they come in, they're in. You don't object? Shapiro, we do. What we said in the opening was that Mr. Combs. Judge, you seem to say she was lying about threats to release videos. Combs Shapiro, the predicate for prior consistent statements hasn't been met. Judge, I find that it has for this exhibit. The defense opening said there will millions of dollars of reasons for people to testify here. That's the attack that was used, as to B316 too. But the standard has not yet been reached as to B332 and B339. Okay, get Mr. Phillip in the witness box, then bring in the jury. Combs, Xavier Donaldson. So to continue, you return to the Gramercy Hotel? Male dancer Phillip. Combs Donaldson. While you and Ms. Cassie Ventura were having sex for hours, Ms. Ventura took the lead? Phillip. No. Donaldson. You took the lead? Phillip. We were equally doing our thing. There wasn't a leader. Donaldson. You decided together? Phillip. Yes. Combs Donaldson. Fair to say she was in complete control of everything she was doing? Male dancer Phillip. I can't say that. Donaldson. You did not wear a condom? Phillip. I did not. Donaldson. Your boss told you Ms. Cassie Ventura paid for the hotel? Phillip. Yes. Combs Donaldson. She paid with her credit card? Male dancer Phillip. I have nothing to do with that. She used her card to pay for the dancer. Donaldson. Okay. That assault at her apartment on 11th Avenue. Phillip. I believe it was West End Avenue. Combs Donaldson. You claim Mr. Combs told her to come over. She said she had her personal information on the computer. So wait a minute. And he threw a bottle at her? Phillip. Correct. Donaldson, he comes out and says, Are you ready? Phillip. Are you guys ready? Combs Donaldson. Isn't it true Mr. Combs told you? Yo, man, I'm gonna have to deal with this. You need to get the FCK out? Male dancer Philip. That is not correct. Donaldson. In 2023, didn't you tell prosecutors he said, yo, man? AUSA. Objection, not in evidence. Judge. Sustained. You can only use it to try to refresh his recollection. Combs Donaldson. Read it to yourself. Does it refresh you? Philip. I do not remember saying that, what I am reading here. Get the FCK out. AUSA. Objection. Judge. Disregard that. Combs Donaldson. Did you date a model named Melia? Philip. Malia. And I didn't say I dated her. We were friends. Donaldson. You were with her and saw Cassie with someone not Mr. Combs. Philip. Yes. Donaldson. You told Melia you saw Cassie socially. You thought Cassie wanted to see you one-on-one. Nothing to do with Sean Combs, right? Philip. I don't see what you mean. Donaldson. In front of the Dream Hotel, that's what you thought. Philip. No. Combs Donaldson. You only saw her inebriated one time? Philip. I saw her passed out on the couch, Mr. Combs told me. I don't think it's going to happen today. Donaldson. The time with the other male, you rotated? Philip. Not correct. Donaldson. You watched? Philip. Yes. Combs Donaldson. You said Mr. Combs was directing. But do you recall meeting the prosecutors on March 28, 2025, and telling them you didn't recall Mr. Combs giving directions about positions? Philip. Yes. Donaldson. So he didn't direct? Philip. Incorrect. Combs Donaldson. You thought you were in a relationship with Cassie, didn't you? Philip. No. Donaldson. You wanted to get alone with her, to date her? Philip. If she'd let me, I would have. Donaldson. You'd get jealous of Mr. Combs? Philip. No. Combs Donaldson. Did you not tell them that Mr. Combs would tell you it's my turn? AUSA. Objection. Can we have a sidebar? Combs Donaldson. Didn't you tell the government that you would feel jealous because you liked Ms. Ventura romantically? Philip. I do not recall that. Donaldson. Put up 35 to 70, just for the parties. Philip. I do not recall that. Donaldson. Nothing further. Judge. Redirect. AUSA. Please explain why you now say Mr. Combs directed you. Phillips. He asked about positions, but Mr. Combs did tell us what to do. Use baby oil. AUSA. The timing of the handing of cash. How did the amount compare to your stripping services? Philip. $3,800 more. AUSA. How much were you paid to perform? When you could? Philip. $700 to $5,000 or $6,000. AUSA. And when you couldn't perform? Philip. They paid me nothing then. AUSA. Did Miss Ventura call you after the Dream Hotel? Philip. Yes. AUSA. Do you know who she was with? Philip. No. AUSA. Did she answer your text messages? Philip. Never. Almost. AUSA. You said you wanted to hug her. Why? Philip. I could see she was afraid. AUSA. What did you do? Philip. I could not engage. I was messed up. AUSA. What did Mr. Combs say to you? Philip. He said, it's time for you to go. AUSA. In the Gramercy Hotel, who was in the room? Philip. Sean Combs. Myself and Cassie. AUSA. When she appeared to enjoy herself, was Sean Combs always in the room? Philip. Yes. AUSA. Was that the same man who called her BTCH and beat her? Philip. I did not see the beating, I presume. Combs Donaldson. Objection. Judge. Sustained. AUSA. You heard slapping. Philip. Yes. AUSA. Nothing further. Judge. Recross. Briefly. Combs Donaldson. This document. Do you see where you said, I'm on the Upper West Side, she says, 10 West End Avenue, hit me when you're there? Philip. Yes. Combs Donaldson. Do you see your text? Don't give a FCK. If I'm a little tipsy, I love y'all N-word. Philip. Yes. Combs Donaldson. And that was after the beating? Philip. Yes. Donaldson. Nothing further. Redirect. AUSA. Why did you write that? Philip. I wanted them to see I had no problem with what he had done. Keep it going. AUSA. No further questions. Sidebar before the next witness. Judge. Yes. Sidebar. If like and can. Judge. Jurors, take a break. We have some issues to deal with. Jurors leave. Combs Ana Maria Estevao. We'd like Ms. Ventura's husband to not be allowed in the courtroom during her testimony. We may need to call him as a witness later, depending on the direct. AUSA Johnson. I am not sure how Mr. Fine's testimony would be relevant. Judge, Ms. Garagos. Combs Tenny Garagos. Give me 15 seconds. If he wants to come in to the courtroom today, but we ask that he be excluded when the testimony gets into post-2018. AUSA Johnson. In my initial examination, I will ask about post-2018, but only about devices. Judge, Ms. Garagos. Combs Tenny Garagos. That's okay. Judge. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. AUSA Johnson, the government, calls Cassandra Ventura. She takes the stand. Extremely pregnant. AUSA Johnson. How old are you? Ventura, 38. AUSA. What is you work? Ventura, musician and entertainer. How long were you with Sean? Ventura, 10 years. Did you get in arguments? Ventura. Yes. It would result in violence, dragging. What else did he do? Ventura. Stomp me in the head if I was down. How frequently was he violent? Ventura. Too frequently. I would get black eyes and bruises. AUSA Johnson. Let me show you a video. LA hotel elevator lobby shown. AUSA. Where is this? Ventura. The Intercontinental in Los Angeles. It was after a freak-off. AUSA. What does that entail? Ventura. The hiring of an escort, setting it up. How did you feel when he first asked for it? Ventura. Confused. Nervous. I wanted to make him happy. Did you agree to one when he first proposed one? Ventura. Yes. Then there were more. It wasn't something I wanted to do. At least not that frequently. Ventura. I didn't know what no could turn into. AUSA. What do you mean? Ventura. Making him angry. What were you afraid would happen if you said no? Ventura. That time he had blackmail materials. What did you give the government? Ventura. Laptops. AUSA. I've handed up GXB. Do you recognize it? Ventura. Yes, I've reviewed this drive. It has communication and documents pertaining to Mr. Combs. Did you review photos on it? Ventura. Yes. What's this photo? Me in 2004 with Carrie Morgan. AUSA. When did you sign with Bad Boy Records? Ventura, 2006. It was a 10-album deal. Did you release any after late 2006? Ventura, no. Who's in this photo? Ventura, Kim Porter. She was Sean's ex from before me and the mother of his children. Where did you celebrate your birthday in this photo? Ventura, in Las Vegas. Carrie Morgan was there too. We're out on his patio on my 21st birthday, VMAs. What happened then? Sean kissed me in the bathroom. I ran back to my hotel. I told Carrie. When you got back to New York? Ventura. I'd visit him in the Trump Hotel in Columbus Circle. His apartment was being renovated. AUSA, what were you going with your music career? Ventura, trying to come up with a concept. Sean called all of the shots. What is the age difference between you and Sean? Ventura, 17 years. How did you feel when Sean invited you to hotels? Ventura, nervous. Excitement. We're going to talk about music. He introduced me to oral sex. I didn't understand it. Did you visit Sean in Miami? Ventura. Yes. I went with Carrie Morgan and Dallas Austin. What did you and Sean do together? Ventura. Sexual intercourse. He gave me blue dolphin ecstasy on a boat. Had you once before taken ecstasy unintentionally? Ventura: yes. How did you take ecstasy unintentionally? Ventura: it was in Gatorade. When you took it intentionally with Sean, how did it feel? Ventura: like rolling. At the time, what did you think? Ventura: that we were spending a lot of time together. I thought we were monogamous. Was it made public? Ventura: no. I was his artist, also his family, his children. Based on the prosecution's questioning of Cassie, it seems like they're trying to establish a pattern of control, manipulation, and potential abuse by Sean. However, the information revealed so far doesn't seem overwhelmingly incriminating. Given that, it's likely that the defense will try to discredit Cassie's testimony during the cross-examination. They may question her motives, highlight inconsistencies, or introduce evidence that contradicts her claims. The next video will be focused on the cross-examination by the defense. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the only channel where you can get word-for-word reenactments of the courtroom proceedings, including what the witnesses, judge, prosecutors, and defense are saying. So, if you're finding this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.